everybody to help this bill, not because of me smart, but because of majority who are languishing. Let me tell you, I still remember when my landlord will come and run after me, and I will be looking at the fence, how I can jump the fence. So I've not forgotten. And I want you to know that this is not the first time I'm bringing this bill. I will show you the evidence tomorrow if you want it. I sponsored this same bill 2013, and I have it, I think August 13 or so, 2013. Yesterday I was going through my record, and I saw this same bill in my bill. 2013, I sponsored this bill before. You know, and I have to say this so that some people don't think that we are playing games with people or I'm saying what I don't believe in. When it comes to politics, when it comes to lawmaking, I don't joke. When I stand up the floor there, anything I say is what I believe. And I don't pretend about it. And I have no apologies for anything you say I do. Because I'm not responsible to individual. I'm first and foremost responsible to God and to the people who have elected me. So if I play politics, if you see me say anything there, I'm not saying it because I'm casting joke. I'm saying it because I believe it. I believe that this country can be made better through appropriate legislation. What I intend to do is that after this bill, we look at how people can afford to buy things without paying full cash. Whatever is obtainable in developed nations is obtainable in Nigeria if we are ready to go. Let me tell you what one statesman said, Pa Obafemi Awolowo said. The advantage of developing nations is that they do not have to start the process of development how the developed nation started. But you look at where they are, meet them there. Where did we go to school? What is the essence of traveling around if some people are paying monthly rent? Do you know some part of the world they pay weekly rent? And heaven has not fallen. So why are we making life difficult for Nigerians? And if you look at this city, most of these houses that have been abandoned with no tenant, there is nowhere in the world people will take loan and build houses and live it for 3 years completed. It is because they are stealing money. They are the people's money. If you labor for your money and you have taken loan and the property is completed, and you, because you are insisting on a specific sum of money, you don't bother, then you know something, is that the person is mentally sick or he has defrauded the state. And I hope that all of us will rise to make this bill to work. It can work. And let me tell the rich, those who are amassed so much wealth, don't sleep with your 2 eyes closed if majority who are poor are languishing in poverty and penury. More than any government in contemporary Nigeria, one thing you cannot take away from Buhari government today is that this is the first government that took the issue of poverty and needs very seriously. By the what? Palliative measures, giving cash to people. It has never happened before that they go there. You see the vice president go inside market, they are sharing money. It has never happened before. Whether that is right or wrong, what to me matters is that they appreciated the fact that people are suffering. And let me tell you, I don't know how you are feeling, but let me tell you as a senator, I'm equally feeling the pain of the economy. You may say in a different level, but I can tell you, I'm feeling it. Because I know the number of, this morning when I woke up, I do receive about 3,000, 4,000 messages on each of my platforms. 5,000. Weekends, it will be up to 8,000. And I know, from there, I know that people are finding it tougher. In my first and second term, I do not receive the number of text messages and pressure that I receive today. Make no mistake about it. There's a kind of a misconception by some Nigerians that because I talk about the masses, anybody who is in need can talk to me. I don't have the kind of money. People are not even from Kogi will be asking me to help them. They say, "Oh, guy, you stand for masses, give us money." I say, "No, my own is to talk there. It doesn't get to the point of sharing money for every Nigerian. I don't have the means." Okay? But I can see that Nigerians are suffering. And me, I don't joke when I talk about the state of the economy, when I talk about the needs, unemployment. I don't joke with it. It's not politics. That's why I'm here. I want to see a country where everybody will be happy, where things will be, life will be better. So this bill is key. It's important. It's important that we we follow this bill to its logical conclusion. How will somebody ask you to go and pay 2 years rent when your salary is cannot even meet 1/4 of that money, and there's no house available within this vicinity? People will travel from Lugbe, they will travel from to this place, and you say we should keep quiet, and his life should continue that way. It can't continue that way. Something must give way. Yes, the government is building, they have a back on housing scheme. I commend this government for it. But we must do the needful. The needful is that it is satanic to ask somebody to pay for 2 years, 3 years rent. It's satanic. The problem with Nigeria is that the countries where people don't go to church, they don't go to mosque, they are more considerate to themselves than a nation that is saying is a Christian or Islamic nation. Look at Nigeria, church, mosque everywhere. But we are even worse than the people who don't go to church or go to mosque. What is religion when others are languishing in poverty? If I'm talking like this, you should know that I'm talking from the heart, from the depth of my heart. I'm not complaining much. Yes, thank God I can take things crying. But if you have conscience, you see how people are languishing, and you say you will keep quiet. I could never have thought somebody who had the courage to go against this bill. The bill that seek to make life less stressful for Nigerians in this city. Some people don't bother. These are the people who elected us, and they should have the comfort of the fact that they have elected some people. For me, I don't play politics with people. When it comes to the well-being of people, I don't play politics with it. I'm already elected. So when I'm talking based on my belief. Now let me tell you, next week I'm coming to another bill, which will be more punchy, more serious than this bill. I'm not joking with you. When I bring the bill, you will tell me. It's a bill that when they announce the bill, the first reading, I'll come and tell you what the bill is. This is a bill that will shake this country. Look, let me tell you. You can effect a change, you can carry a revolution without bloodshed. You can use law to change the course of a nation. When you have appropriate law, and the executive are courageous enough to sign it, this will change. It is for us to generate, that's why we are here. Because I told you here that, one good thing about politics is that anything you do is documented. Everything we say here is documented for generations to come. It makes good sense. It is out of the fear of God and the fact that you appreciate what history is, that you must make laws that will help the people so that they will not forget that you came here. Somebody was here before I came. So anything you do as a lawmaker, as a politician, it will be written that this is what you did while you were here. So it's an advantage to change the life of people. But the unfortunate thing in Nigeria is that when you are doing what you believe in, some people think you are playing politics with people. For what purpose? What's the politics? My job as a senator is to make laws. My job here is to use my brain to generate ideas, to think of how to make life better for Nigeria. That's why I'm here. If I don't do it till the last day here, it means I've failed. So if I'm doing my job, please know that I'm doing my job. I'm not playing for you to thank me or to clap for me. That is why I'm here. I'm here to see how we can make life better for people. That is why we are here. So if we say that, look, it doesn't make sense for people to pay 1 year rent, 2 years rent, why is Nigeria economy more powerful than America or UK, where people pay monthly? And the bulk of the people who own assets in Nigeria, there are people who have taken the advantage of the system. And yet, they still feel people should be languishing in poverty. I moved to one of my colleagues and I told him, I said, you don't fear God. I said, God has been kind to you and you want for people to die in their penury. I said, because you're against this bill. That's unfair. You're unfair to God, you're unfair to mankind. We are saying let some people have a breathing space. One senator told me that this morning while he was coming, he didn't know this bill was coming up. He said he had to cover 6.5 million for the 6-star because the landlord said we throw our properties out. He said so he's thanking God that I reasoned with this bill, that I came up with this bill. People are feeling the pain of landlords. Most of these guys you see at the, what do you call that area? Zone 4. Many of them, you know the place, Abi. Many of them are professionals. Many of them are well-educated people. But when the issue of rent comes up, they want to do anything to get money to pay. Some of those who steal at night, all the crime you see, people are snatching cars here. They are doing because they have to pay their landlords. So if we make life more meaningful, we are not saying free housing. We say let them pay monthly. And the landlords, some of them have been texting me, threatening, they will do this. I just laugh. You know when you take up this job, it's between you and your God. We shouldn't be afraid of what anybody will do to us. I said something on the floor of the Senate. Maybe you didn't notice it. I said people use private jet in Nigeria to commit crimes. Private jet. When you pick a jet at the airport, they don't search them. So when they carry their luggage, they just go inside this private jet and put it. Executive stealing and economic saboteurs. They use jet for it in Nigeria. Do you know they smuggle our mineral resources through private jets? Do you know they don't check them? I've been about 3-4 airports and I saw the way those people dress. And they say private jet, please. And the secretary of private jet. I was seated, I was looking at them like this. Those are the people who destroyed our economy. They connect with foreigners, Asians, to take mineral resources and carry them out of this country. At the expense of the nation that is bleeding. These are things some people, my colleagues, they are aware. As I was saying, somebody said we know now. They are aware. But for me, my background will not allow me to sit down and see what will make Nigeria better and I will keep quiet. Now I'm here. It means I've betrayed my background. One thing journalism teaches me is to see how to make the society a better place. That's the basic about journalism. And I don't play politics when I say it. So I just plead with you, let us monitor this bill. You may be able to afford it, but there are many people squatting around Abuja. They have nowhere to stay. So the bill is to make life better for people. And it's possible. If I have power today, all the completed houses that nobody is occupying, I will just order that if you have if you are in need of house, just go and occupy it. Because one of the things we'll be looking forward to now is to ask the FCT to give us list of properties that have been abandoned, properties that have been completed, and nobody is staying there. The state should take it over. We are looking at it. We are looking at the interpretation. I'm already asking my lawyer, my chamber, and two others to look at what we can do. If you build a house 1 year, 2 years, you don't give it out, then people who are in need should be allowed to pack or to go into it. It means you didn't labor for the money you use. Legislation can change the course of a nation. I'm telling you, and it requires the support of the people through the media. If they do it, it's for the betterment of the society. And these are some of the things I said I will share with you. But next week, you will see the bill I'll come up with, and you will agree with me that yes, Senator, this is right. But you see, it's a bill that is one aspect that nobody have thought about it. But I know it that this thing, and I've asked about 3-4 times. They say, okay, how did you come about it? I said, because at night we think. At night I start thinking of how can we make this country better? Where are the problems? Where do our problem lies? It's not difficult to make this country a better place. Once you are determined, you know what you want to achieve. Why is it that in Nigeria, people will gather money for 10 years before they can buy a car? Why? If you have a steady income and you can establish a system in place whereby you can be paid monthly, if you resign, they can track you, you can't run away. If you abandon, there are many things you can put in place. When people are busy to a point, it will expose the loopholes. I will cover the loopholes again. I will make this country a better place. You do not have to have all the money that you require to have your furniture. If the furniture company is ready to give it to you, how much will you be paid monthly? Do you agree? Okay, fine. You stay at your bank, your BVN, everything will be recorded. So you can't run away. Life will be less stressful. People will be less desperate. You know? And everybody will be happy for it. Legislation will change that. When you put the appropriate law in place, things will change. So if we succeed with this, somebody said, one landlord said, we will not allow the bill to be signed. I said, okay, let us pass it first. When we pass it, it will be left for Nigerian workers, the downtrodden people, as to whether they will keep quiet. If the bill, mine is to do my own job. Mine is to do what is right for my country. So I will plead with you that next week, the one I'm coming with is totally different. But you will agree with me and you say this is desirable, because when some people are smiling to their bank, it's at the expense of some people. And the people who it's at their expense, they don't even know that it's at their expense. And I will give you the facts. I said, so this will not continue. This has to change. And when I bring the bill next week, and I don't want it to come up this way. I want us to talk the rent. I have about 4 or 5 bills that we will put them in line, and they will not fault it because they will know it is true, so that things can change for people. So I